From Hyderabad, Mangaluru to Chennai. From Delhi, Kolkata to Coimbatore. Massive NIA and ED raids underway. Amid PFI protests and Go Back NIA chants, raids in over 13 states, 100 plus arrests. Money trail, radicalization in focus. Biggest terror cleanup.
All right, that's our top focus right here on 5 Live. I'm Nabila Jamal. NIA launching pan-India raids, anti-terror crackdown, PFI leaders in hundreds arrested. More details, first the headlines. From hijab protest to CAA stir, NIA raids prompted by PFI's alleged links to multiple unrests. PFI hits the streets in protests. Politics breaks out over mega PFI crackdown. Congress hits out at the centre, calls it a diversionary tactic. BJP defends the raids, calls PFI a terror outfit. Rahul Gandhi rules himself out of the Congress president's race, says, have made my position quite clear here. All eyes, though, on who's going to be the next Congress chief, if not for one from the Gandhi family.
Whoever becomes Congress president should remember that he represents a set of ideas. He represents a belief system and he represents a vision of India.
And 2.3 crore Waqf land scandal explodes in Karnataka. BJP MLAs now demand the abolition of the Waqf board. Prominent Congress netas accused of encroachment. Showdown over special assembly session in Punjab. BJP stages a massive protest against Bhagwant Mann government. Police resort to water cannons to stop protesters from marching to the Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann's residence. All right, let's begin with the top breaking that we're currently tracking. Row that's erupted over renaming of NTR Health University as YSR Health University, and that confusion and that war explodes. Superstar Junior NTR wades into this renaming row. In fact, Junior NTR says, and I quote, both NTR and YSR are very popular leaders. This kind of honor brought by taking one's name and naming one's name does not rise. It does not, in fact, raise the level of YSR in any way. It does not lower the level of NTR in any way. By renaming the university here, the fame of NTR earned, his stature in the history of the Telugu nation and his memory in the hearts of the Telugu people cannot be erased. Huge development as NTR himself, the superstar, Junior NTR, wades into this controversy. In fact, there's been a lot of talk and protest asking for the NTR University to be renamed to YSR Health University. And this controversy now has exploded with Junior NTR himself now wading into this renaming row. The actor and superstar says both NTR and YSR are very popular leaders. Let's not get down to this fight. It's not going to raise or lower either leader's standards. Let me cut across to Abdul Bashir joining us from Hyderabad. Abdul, a quick word from you. Junior NTR himself now coming down to commenting on this name change, asking, in fact, there is this whole controversy and people there demanding that NTR Health University be changed to YSR Health University. Give us the significance of this controversy and what has the superstar said.
See, this whole controversy that has erupted is after the amendment bill was passed in the both houses of Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly to rename NTR Health University as YSR Health University. This was done yesterday, yet this bill is set to be on table for the approval of the governor. Here now TDP claims that this university was established by NTR and was named by N. Chandrababu Naidu in 1998. But now YSRCP is renaming it, calling it as unconstitutional. And also the TDP has met the governor, submitted a memorandum appealing that the name of the university must not be changed. That is what the TDP has said. But YSRCP looks like they are on their stand of renaming the university. However, the bill was passed yesterday. Today, the governor is set to give the green signal for the renaming this bill. But now junior NTR has stated that both the leaders, the NTR and YSR, are popular leaders, and renaming a university or getting down somebody's name will not affect their proud or their name, and it must not be done. That is what NTR has said, and under the whole controversy that is going on in Andhra Pradesh. Yes.
All right, stay with us, Abdul. We have TDP spokesperson Pattabi joining us on the phone line for some more clarity on this. Of course, the TDP there condemning the YSRCP government of trying to change the name of NTR Health University to YSR Health University. Mr. Pattabi, a quick word from you on what do you think of this bill that's been passed asking for the name of NTR Health University to be changed to YSR Health University. Has this been an ongoing debate? There's been resistance from the TDP for long, but it appears that now the YSRCP is in power. So they have all the resources now to carry forward in changing the name of that university. How would you receive this piece of news?
Yeah, see, we have strongly condemned this. I mean, in a year where the people, all Telugu people across the globe are celebrating the centenary year. This is the centenary year of the birth of Sri N.T. Ramarao, and across the globe, people are celebrating, his centenary year. At such a time, Jagan Reddy's government's decision to remove the name of Sri NTR from an university, from a health university which was established with his efforts, is very unfortunate. We have strongly condemned this. Our leader, Sri Chandrababu Naidu garu, today met the governor, who happens to be the chancellor of this university. We have requested him not to approve this bill which was passed in the assembly yesterday. We all know that the governor has the power to send back the bill again to the assembly. He has the power not to approve it. So we've asked the governor, honorable governor, not to approve this bill, because as you all know that Sri NTR is a person who commands great respect not only in Andhra Pradesh but across the country, across the entire India. So the governor gave a patient hearing today, and we still hope that the governor will, as a chancellor of the university, will take a positive decision and ensure that the name of NTR remains for this health university which was established because of his efforts. Another thing is, see, YS Rajshekhar Reddy does not have any kind of link with this university. It is the NTR who had established this
Precisely my next question here. We see that junior NTR, the very famous film star, has spoken about this, and he's put out a tweet. He never wades into politics, but it appears that junior NTR for the first time has commented on this, saying that this is not going to bring my father's stature down in any way.
See, what I understand from Mr. Junior NTR's tweet is such kind of cheap politics. Such kind of cheap politics of removing the names and renaming them, and these kind of cheap politics will not in any way lower the kind of stature my grandfather has. So he had not supported the decision of Sri Jagan Reddy, but he had clearly stated that these kind of cheap tactics and cheap politics will not lower the stature of Sri NTR. And on the other hand, Jagan Reddy's own sister Sharmila, who happens to be the president of YSR Telangana party, the own sister of Jagan Reddy, had condemned this decision of his brother. So Jagan Reddy should first convince his own sister, who is opposing this move of removing the name of NTR. So Jagan Reddy does not have the support of his own family members. His own sister is not supporting his decision, and she says that NTR's name should remain, and my father also would not be happy with this kind of a decision. So Jagan Reddy's own family is opposing it today.
Why do you say that Jagan's own family is opposing it? Because at the end of it, we see that YSRCP is now, of course, trying to endorse you have Jagan Mohan Reddy himself trying to endorse his own father's legacy. He's in power today. He has all the logistics, the support to pass a bill and get it approved. Why do you believe that his family members are opposing it? Aren't they all a united outfit?
Yeah, having power in hand doesn't mean that he can do anything. See, he cannot, lower the respect of the people of stature like Sri NTR. See,
changing the name will lower the respect of NTR. Would you believe that NTR's respect will be taken away? He'll be disrespected by renaming it to YSR?
This is a kind of a disrespect to Sri NTR. See, removing the name of a university which was established by his efforts is a kind of a disrespect that is showing towards NTR. Not only his own sister Sharmila, but many of his own party members are not happy with this. Each and every Telugu citizen who is there in the entire, maybe not only in the state, but in the entire country and across the globe are opposing this. Jagan Reddy, just to divert people's attention from other issues, from various other problems that people are facing in Andhra Pradesh, he is bringing these kind of things to the forefront.
But Abhiram, a quick word. Finally, NTR Health University. Tell us the significance and what contribution has NTR done to set up this university at one point.
See, before Sri NTR took this initiative of establishing this university, there is no health university in the state of Andhra Pradesh. He is the one who had taken this initiative of establishing this university, and he had set up, he was instrumental in setting up many great medical institutions, and after him, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu also had set up 4 government medical colleges, 18 private medical colleges. So out of the 32 medical colleges that are there in our state right now, almost 22 to 23 colleges were set up by either Sri NTR or Sri Chandrababu Naidu. So both our party leaders had always been in the forefront to take initiatives to set up various colleges and to ensure that students in Andhra get quality education. So it is because of his efforts that this university got established, and we strongly demand
that this should be revoked. Well, in defense of YSRCP there, the Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy has said that this is in no way a disrespect. Since we don't have a spokesperson here, what the official statement that Jagan has given is that no way this is disrespectful to NTR. This is only giving due to YSR, who had pioneered the health sector, the healthcare sector in Andhra Pradesh. Well, let's see how far this controversy will go on. India Today on top of the story. All right, now India Today, for the first time, possibly the longest, saw this anti-terror crackdown that spanned across India, across 10 states. At least 110 PFI leaders were rounded up as the NIA suspects that they could be linked to terror funding by and large. This is not just the NIA, but also the Enforcement Directorate, who launched this simultaneous raid with close to 1,000 police officers, CAPF, and cadres from different states who came together to launch this joint operation late in the middle of the night, in fact, and held almost 110 leaders belonging to the PFI, and some of them outside the PFI who they suspect have links with terrorists. Now, this is, of course, India's biggest ever anti-terror crackdown on the PFI. These raids have taken place in over 10 states. At least 13 states is what we hear, with 100 suspects that have been rounded up. These suspects are linked to Islamist radical groups. They could have some kind of links to terrorists as well, is what the NIA suspects. Incriminating papers, mobile phones, laptops, bank account details, all of that has been seized to try and check if this could be enough evidence to implicate these people who are right now under suspicion of carrying out terror activities. This was a midnight swoop. Let's take you through what's transpired.
India's biggest terror cleanup. A super secret, well-coordinated pan-India swoop. A crackdown against radical PFI in a never-before-seen scale. Spearheaded by NIA and aided by ED, agencies launched post-midnight raids in over 13 states, arresting over 100 PFI operatives, including the Islamist group's chairman, executive member, and Delhi unit chief, seizing dozens of mobiles and laptops. The sweeping raids came after the probe revealed PFI hand in multiple radicalization plots, including the hijab and CAA stirs, Patna and Nizamabad terror plots, and killing of Karnataka BJP leader Praveen Nettaru.
A place which is the residence of office bearer of PFI, Sheikh Mukhtar, is under scanner now, and we can show you that particular place, that particular building which is located in Tiljora is the particular office of PFI.
Massive raids underway across various locations here in Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. We're here at one of the locations of the Popular Front of India. Here in Hyderabad at the Chandrayana Gutta PFI office, as you can see, a seal has been set in place. This after NI officials who had come here and searched the place had collected various evidences.
The Popular Front of India workers are taking out a protest march in Thiruvananthapuram on the highway at Injikil. You can see in the visuals a lot of workers from the PFI have gathered here. They've completely covered the road here and blocked a lot of vehicles.
The Islamist group resorted to street protests, calling the raids an RSS-backed conspiracy and promised to intensify the agitation.
Into this as a shame to the state government. State government should take severe action against these agencies, and they should not allow any further actions like this.
RSSനും അവരെ നിയന്ത്രിക്കുന്ന ഭരണകൂടത്തിനുമെതിരെ ഉയർന്നു വന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ജനാധിപത്യപരമായ ജനകീയമായ പ്രക്ഷോഭങ്ങളെ അടിച്ചൊതുക്കുന്നതിന്റെ ഭാഗമായിട്ടാണ് ഈ നടപടി.
NIA personnel in the raids were secured by over 1,000 cops and Central Forces personnel, even as Amit Shah-led Union Home Ministry kept close watch. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let me quickly cut across to our reporters joining us. Munish Pandey giving us some updates coming in from Delhi. Munish, I'm going to start with you. A quick word on the NIA and the ED crackdown on offices of the PFI across India. 13 states we're looking at, predominantly Kerala. They've picked up 22 people, 10 from Tamil Nadu, a good bunch of them from Maharashtra, from Uttar Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh, etc. Now, these accused have been brought to the NIA court, we believe. Many of them are also are going to be brought to Delhi for investigation further. But tell us, on what basis and grounds has the ED and the NIA collectively raided these offices? Do they suspect terror funding? Money channels coming in from the Gulf countries, we believe, have been operating for quite a while.
Well, Nabila, why these raids are very significant? There is a backdrop that why this action took place under the supervision of Ministry of Home Affairs. Now, what we have been given to understand is that recently there was a presentation made by the National Investigative Agency, Enforcement Directorate, in the presence of the Intelligence Bureau. And when these agencies presented their case, they also submitted the evidence that the PFI leaders and PFI members are involved not only in anti-national activities, but also in terror activities. In the same way, the Enforcement Directorate presented their case that the PFI members, the PFI leaders, and this organization is receiving money not in the form of personal donations, but also from several Gulf countries. And based on these findings, the MHA decided a massive crackdown on the PFI leaders and PFI members. And that is why today we saw it was a historic, unprecedented move by the NIA, the Enforcement Directorate, and the anti-terror squads of multiple states, at least 13 states. And all these agencies combined on this operation, what is being called as midnight operation, a crackdown on PFI members. So the agencies are claiming that based on the evidence which they already had, they identified these people, and then after identified and raiding these people, almost 106 people have been arrested. Several arrests have been made by the NIA, several arrests have been made by ED.
We've been tracking those developments right from the morning. 106 people precisely have been rounded up by the NIA. ED has also carried out raids simultaneously. Munish, stay with us. I'm going to quickly cut across to this breaking coming in on the PFI raids. The accused PFI who've been arrested have all been brought to a Mumbai special NIA court. This is the latest information that we get here. PFI accused have been now taken to the NIA court. In fact, there are several allegations that have been leveled against them. One, of course, paramount is that many of these leaders have been supporting terror activities in India. Now, also, the NIA is suspecting that these are the same leaders of the PFI who have instigated communal tensions in different parts of the country time and again, all the way from the CAA protests in 2020 to the hijab protests in 2022 earlier this year. To several other instances of tension, and even the Delhi riots that took place 2020, start of the year, linked to the PFI is what the NIA suspects. Now, these arrested PFI leaders have all been taken to the NIA court in Mumbai. Let me cut across to Kamaljeet Sandhu, joining us live for more on that. Kamaljeet, the quick word, PFI arrested. These leaders have been brought to the NIA court. Give us an understanding yet again, on what grounds have many of these leaders been rounded up from different states? And these are all senior leaders of the PFI, the top leaders of the Popular Front of India outfit. They claim to be a pro-India, pro-Muslim outfit, but NIA claims that they're supporting terror activities. Tell us a little more what's going to happen at the NIA court.
You know, for more than a decade and a half, the Home Ministry has been contemplating about a ban on PFI. Over the past few years, several of the states, including Uttar Pradesh, has written to the Home Ministry to do so. But meanwhile, the evidence has mounted. So thereafter, we saw how raids were conducted throughout. And a part of North India, that's where we saw raids being conducted in UP, Delhi, Assam, West Bengal. We also saw thereafter raids being conducted across South India as well. And that is where Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, all these states being raided. So over 13 states, and we saw 106 suspects being rounded up and now being produced before the court. So the charges are very clear. There is terror funding. So there is an aspect about how not just Hawala funds are coming in, the funds are coming through foreign mercenaries as well. Outside, that is a part of the investigation. The second is about the training camp. Several of them are saying it's violence which is being done. The third is about radicalization of the youth and inducting them into PFI. These are the three main charges, and that is why for funding itself, the ED is going to be taking care. For the terror-relating network is the NI which is going to be doing it. And we've been told that so far, over 100 phones as well as electronic devices and the other material has been collected. That has now been submitted for the forensic. It's going to be a very detailed investigation. We've been told throughout the night, the Director IB as well as DGNI were throughout in the control room. They were monitoring every bit of it. There was every bit information that this could have perhaps been leaked. But the IB was keeping a tab on all the suspects and ensured that the swoop down happens when all of them are there at the particular residences which have been marked for raids. And now that it's been done, it's going to be a painstaking measure as to each of them. And many of them, the cases we've been told there would be a joint interrogation. We'll have to see about how the agency briefs about how the suspects can possibly be brought to one particular location, because the number is quite a bit. The top leaders may be confronted together in a joint interrogation.
You know, from what we see extensively, the PFI leaders and you know, the large groups who came out in protests in different states, predominantly the southern states, those PFI members said that this was nothing but an arm-twisting tactic which the BJP and the RSS using the central agencies to suppress dissenting voices. This was the official statement given out by the PFI as they came out in protest, saying that they're innocent, there has been no wrong, they've not supported terrorism. This is just a blanket accusation being leveled against the PFI, which is false. Now, tell us, the NIA arresting these many PFI leaders, 100-odd PFI leaders, that's a huge number. Is there anything substantial that they've found is yet to suggest that this has not been a deliberate target, as claimed by the PFI?
See, one, this is a multi-agency probe. So there is IB, there is NI, there is ED, there is state police. There are also the Central Armed Police Force, which is for protection. So they obviously know this could be spell trouble because the PFI has initially challenged how investigation has been carried out against them. But there have been instances where there have been PFI members who've been booked, arrested and charge-sheeted. So that's there is evidence against several of the members. But here is the top members of PFI, the General Secretary as well as the top management itself, which has been under scanner. Their offices have been sealed. So that goes to show that perhaps without proof, that's not how it's going to be. And remember, the Home Ministry itself has taken cognizance of all this. A meeting was done at least 2 weeks ago, and that is where the entire planning was done. It has unfolded very quickly. But remember, the PFI has altogether always maintained that they're being one-sided investigation and they're being victimized at this point of time. But clearly, in the court of law, that's where it would be proved beyond any doubt as to how investigation has unfolded. Perhaps that's the way the investigation, and that is why the first of it is producing them before the court, taking them into a remand, and thereafter more proof, as NI is saying, would tumble out.
All right, stay with us, Kamaljeet. I'm going to quickly cut across to Arvind Ojha as well, who's been tracking those developments. Arvind, यहाँ पर जो PFI का raids उनके ऊपर हुआ है, NIA ने 100 लोगों के ऊपर अरेस्ट किया है. NIA कह रही है कि PFI बहुत सालों से कैंप्स खड़ा कर रही है जहां पर यूथ को रेडिकलाइज किया जा रहा है और उनको टेरर की तरफ धकेल दिया जा रहा है. ये कितना सच है? PFI कह रही है ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, वो प्रो इंडिया है, प्रो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, ये डेलिब्रेट RSS का अटेम्प्ट है हमें दबाने के लिए.
देखिए नबीला, सबसे पहले पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया क्या ये जानने की जरूरत है. पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया के बारे में सेंट्रल एजेंसीज हमेशा से कहते हैं कि जब सिमी को बैन किया गया तो सिमी का जो कैडर है वो पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया में शामिल हो गया. यानी सिमी का जो फ्रंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन माना जाता है वो पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया को माना जाता है. इंडिया टुडे ने जुलाई में ही कोर्ट डॉक्यूमेंट से इस बात का खुलासा किया था. दरअसल तेलंगाना और आंध्र प्रदेश में जब NIA के रेड की थी तो वहां ये जानकारी मिली कि पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया बाकायदा ट्रेनिंग दे रहा है, स्टोन पेल्टिंग की ट्रेनिंग दे रहा है, कश्मीरी स्टाइल में चाकू जूडो कराटे की ट्रेनिंग दे रहा है. इसके अलावा यूथ को रेडिकलाइज किया जा रहा है. लेकिन जो सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग बात है, वो इंटरेस्टिंग और शॉकिंग बात ये है, पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया की जो टॉप लीडरशिप है उसको ये जानकारी मिल चुकी है कि उनको बैन किया जा सकता है. इस वजह से पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया ने प्लान बी भी तैयार किया हुआ है. प्लान बी के तहत पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया ने छोटे छोटे कई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वो तैयार कर रखे हैं, जिसमें कुछ इंडिया टुडे को जो जानकारी मिली है, SDPI पॉलिटिकल विंग है, उसके अलावा नेशनल वुमेन काउंसिल, उसके अलावा ऑल इंडिया इमाम काउंसिल, उसके अलावा ऑल इंडिया लीगल काउंसिल, रिहैब इंडिया फाउंडेशन. तो इस तरीके के छोटे छोटे विंग बना लिए हैं क्योंकि पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया की टॉप लीडरशिप को पहले से ही ये इस बात का इल्म है कि जो गवर्नमेंट है कभी ना कभी इनको बैन करेगी, क्योंकि ये जिस तरह का एक्टिविटी करते हैं.
Arvind, stay with us. In fact, that's precisely our next update here. From what we hear, the big breaking that we're currently tracking is that the Popular Front of India, which has now been quite aggrieved and angry with the NIA raids as they've come out on the streets and protested against the centre, the NIA, the ED, calling this vendetta. Now, it appears they've come out with a plan B, if at all they're banned, because this seems like these raids are inching towards a blanket ban on the PFI as an outfit itself. So the PFI is all set to likely launch a plan B if they're banned by the centre. Their plan B involves its subsidiaries to evade these agencies and the ban, and that includes the Campus Front of India, the National Women Front, All India Imams Council and others. So this is how they plan to carry out their activities. Now, what activities are they going to carry out under the garb of the Campus Front of India, the National Women Front, etc. that possibly Arvind Ojha will give us some understanding. Arvind, यहाँ पर जो Campus Front of India है, वो बोलते हैं कि वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक youth driven organization है जहाँ पर मुसलमान बच्चों को या youth को एजुकेशन और सेक्युलरिज्म पे सिखाया जाता है और उनको encourage किया जाता है. और इस्लाम पे भी उनको सिखाया जाता है। तो दीन और दुनिया दोनों मिला के उनको एक तरफ का गाइडेंस दिया जाता है। उनका कनेक्शन कोई टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ नहीं है। कैंपस फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया वही ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो हिजाब स्टूडेंट्स, वो जो हिजाब प्रोटेस्ट है कर्नाटका में, उनको एक प्लेटफॉर्म दिया था। उनका लीगल केस सुप्रीम कोर्ट में उन्होंने प्रेजेंट किया। तो आप बोल रहे हो कि ये अगर पीएफआई बैन हो जाएगा तो फिर कैंपस फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया और नेशनल विमेन फ्रंट एक्सेट्रा ये एक्टिव हो जाएगा, और ये एक्टिव होके करेंगे क्या?
देखिए, मैं आपको फिर वही बताता हूँ कि देखिए, सिमी जो इस्लामिक स्टूडेंट ऑफ मूवमेंट ऑफ इंडिया था, टेरर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने उसको कर दिया था। वो जब बैन हुआ तो सेंट्रल एजेंसी के सोर्सेज बताते हैं कि सिमी के लोग पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया में चले गए, और ये काफी लंबे वक्त से चल रहा है। जो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट है अलग अलग स्टेट की, वो जब उनके पास इंसिडेंट होता है, जैसे नॉर्थ ईस्ट दिल्ली राइट्स या फिर आप उत्तर प्रदेश में एंटी-सीए राइट्स हुए थे, उसमें बकायदा यूपी गवर्नमेंट ने एमएचए को लिखा था, गृह मंत्रालय को, कि इनको बैन किया जाए। उसके अलावा पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया ये दावा करती है कि वो दीन और इस्लाम की बातें करते हैं, लेकिन तेलंगाना पुलिस ने कोर्ट में दावा किया कि ये कुफ्र के बारे में बात करते हैं, यानी जो एंटी इस्लाम है उनको टारगेट करना, वेलफेयर के जरिए ये फंडिंग करते हैं। ऐसा स्टेट तेलंगाना पुलिस और एनआईए ने कोर्ट में ये दावा किया है कि ये वेलफेयर के लिए फंडिंग करते हैं, लेकिन उस फंडिंग का इस्तेमाल टेरर के लिए किया जा रहा है। और इस तरह से जब इस तरह के कई क्लूज मिले, उसके बाद एनआईए ने रेड की है। लेकिन जैसा कि इंडिया टुडे पर हम ये एक्सक्लूसिव ब्रेकिंग दे रहे हैं सेंट्रल एजेंसी के हवाले से, और बाकायदा तेलंगाना की कोर्ट में एनआईए ने ये बताया है कि पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया को इस बात की जानकारी है या इस बात का आभास है कि इनको बैन किया जा सकता है जिस तरह की ये एक्टिविटी कर रहे हैं। उसके बाद इन्होंने प्लान भी तैयार कर रखा है, जिसमें ये छोटे छोटे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वो बनाए गए हैं कि अगर पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया को बैन किया जाता है तो ये वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होंगे जिसमें ऑल इंडिया काउंसिल, नेशनल वुमेन काउंसिल, ये वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होंगे जो पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया का जो एजेंडा है उसको कैरी फॉरवर्ड करेंगे। तो पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया पूरी तरह से प्लानिंग के तहत आगे बढ़ता है, ऐसा सेंट्रल एजेंसी का आरोप है। तेलंगाना में अभी रेड हुई थी, आंध्र प्रदेश में रेड हुई थी, और आज पूरी प्लानिंग के तहत सेंट्रल एजेंसी ने पूरे देश भर में टॉप लीडरशिप है पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया की, उन सभी को अरेस्ट किया गया है।
Arvind Ojha, thank you very much for joining us. Of course, this is a huge anti-terror crackdown carried out by the NIA and ED, possibly for the first time. Now, for those uninitiated, not sure why the PFI has been raided, well, it's been a few years now that the NIA has been very keenly watching the movements of the PFI. They've been already declared as a hate outfit, as an extremist outfit, a radical outfit who they suspect have links with some terror organizations abroad. Now, the main reasons to why the ED has also stepped in here is because of some kind of terror funding. What they suspect here, the ED as well as the NIA, is that the PFI have been mobilizing funds via Gulf networks. The money channels have been open for a while, and they could be receiving money from the Gulf countries. Also, money has been sent to India illegally. It's not legit means of transfer. It could very well be Hawala transaction, is what the NIA as well as the Enforcement Directorate is suspecting. They are somehow carrying out Hawala transactions and then showing it as white money. The money has been raised for unlawful activities. This is, of course, something that the NIA has been suspecting time and again. Every state where there's been some kind of communal tensions, the police have more or less attributed it to the PFI, saying the PFI has been instigating and insinuating tensions in those regions, particularly the Delhi riots, the hijab controversy, the anti-CAA stir across India. All this could be part of a larger criminal conspiracy. That's exactly what the NIA as well as the ED has gone into while raiding the PFI offices across India. Now, giving you an insight into how this operation has taken place. First of all, this is one of the largest anti-terror crackdown that India has ever seen. The NIA has simultaneously raided at least 13 states, and a whopping 106 people have been arrested simultaneously across all these states. And this was done in tandem with at least 1,000 police officers of different departments who worked in coordination and carried out these raids in the middle of the night. So Rajasthan, they managed to arrest 2 PFI suspects. In Delhi, they've arrested 3 PFI suspects. Uttar Pradesh, there's 8. Bihar, Assam, they've rounded up 9 of the PFI suspects. West Bengal and Madhya Pradesh, we believe that there are about 4 of them who've been taken into custody. Now, let me cut across to Maharashtra. From what we see in Maharashtra alone, we're seeing at least 20 PFI leaders who've been taken into custody. Karnataka, 20 of them have been taken into custody. Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Also, we're seeing about 5 of them who head the PFI offices in their states who've been arrested by the NIA. Kerala is the most number of PFI leaders who've been taken in, 22. And that's where we saw the largest protests as well that was launched. Puducherry as well in Tamil Nadu, 3 of them arrested. Tamil Nadu on the whole, 10 people belonging to the PFI who've been arrested. So at this point, the PFI angry out on the streets at different parts of India. They've come out in large numbers to protest. These are the visuals that we've been tracking right from the morning. In fact, in Kerala, Tamil Nadu and parts of Delhi, Kalburgi, Coimbatore, Jaipur, we saw all kinds of protests where they blocked roads. They, in fact, reached the offices of the police. They held placards and flags and condemned this kind of alleged harassment by the NIA against the PFI. All sorts of protests that were launched by the PFI simultaneously, as it appears that they were clearly taken off guard. Let me cut across to Anisha joining us more on that. Anisha, a quick word on these NIA arrests. At least 106 leaders of the PFI have been arrested, and many of their family members extensively have called this harassment. They say that the Muslims are being targeted. They are suppressing dissenting voice. We have not done anything wrong, but yet they came, knocked at our doors and took away our family members. They're calling this a human right violation. Tell us more.
Well, yes, Nabila, as you just said, this early morning between 1 a.m. and around 5 a.m. raids are conducted all across the country. And here in Delhi, we're at the Patiala House Court where the special NIA court sits. 18 people who've been arrested in Delhi and nearby states have been brought here to the Patiala House Court, including PFI General Secretaries Mohammad Ali Jinnah and Anis Ahmed. These are the 2 people we've been able to identify so far. The 18 people have been brought in here. Protests have broken out in South India and in other places where the PFI is saying that this is a deliberate attempt to shut down criticism of the government, that this is a human rights violation, that there is no allegation against them. Now, if you see what the AD and the NIA have been saying, and remember these are investigations being jointly done by the NIA and the ED, where the agencies are claiming that there is a terror funding angle, there is an angle where a larger conspiracy to create unrest across the country is being fomented, and PFI has been named in that. Even in the hijab case, we've seen, even before the Supreme Court, the government raising the same allegation that the PFI was involved in creating deliberate protest and unrest, as well as inter-religious disharmony and clashes.
Anisha, a quick word. What's going to happen in court now? What's going to happen in court? What are we expecting to happen in court?
Well, Nabila, media is barred from entering the NIA court. So right now what I can tell you is that the NIA has brought 18 people before the judge. They will be asking for police custody remand for interrogation of these persons. Remember, at least 2 of these people are high office bearers, including the 2 general secretaries of the PFI. So we are expecting that the NIA will be asking for police custody remand for interrogation, because they have said they have raised allegations under the UAPA as well as other money movement charges. There are terror funding charges. There are several charges that the agencies have talked about. We are still waiting for certain clarity on which FIR exactly is it that these people have been brought here for. What are the specific allegations against these people and the identity of the other persons who've been arrested. Back to you.
Anisha, thank you very much. We're going to continue tracking that story. It's right here on India Today. All that you need to know on this massive crackdown, the anti-terror crackdown carried out by the NIA. Every detail unfolding on India Today. Anisha, thank you for now. All right, coming up on the other side of a short break, 2.3 crore Waqf land scandal that's rocked the state of Karnataka. BJP MLA is now demanding the abolition of the Waqf board itself. Prominent Congress netas have been accused of encroachment. More details coming up next. Do stay with us.
Arvind Kejriwal is on the campaign trail in Gujarat, one of the big upcoming elections. He said the Congress is finished.
You look at it on a larger, on a national scale, no, the Congress is not finished, and this is coming from a party which has 0 Lok Sabha MPs right now.
Arvind Kejriwal is positioning himself as a potential challenger, if not in 2022, then in 2027.
One party who can take on the Congress at this point as the leading opposition in this country is Aam Aadmi.
Kejriwal attempted something similar in Uttarakhand, didn't quite work. Small state, didn't quite work. In Goa, yes, he got 6% of the vote, but the Congress was still substantially larger.
14, if he takes 14 Vidhan Sabha seats, this election in Gujarat, the Aam Aadmi Party would have done more than what they wanted to do. 14 is their figure.
Aam Aadmi Party is certainly a natural national replacement. This is what Raghav Chadda said, and I totally agree with him because they've mostly wiped out the Congress in Delhi.
Rahul Gandhi actually given up on Gujarat completely. The fact remains he's spending 18 days in Kerala, only 2 days in Uttar Pradesh, and practically it's a splinter yatra that's going into Gujarat.
But actually the voters resonate with the Delhi model of governance pitch that they've been making in Punjab, similarly in Gujarat as well, because honestly speaking, what is the Delhi model of governance?
I think Kejriwal sold this education health model of his, and these are two areas where Gujarat has traditionally been weak.
Delhi is Congress Mukt. Punjab Congress has been defeated. So Arvind Kejriwal is eating into the opposition votes or the Congress votes. Both these states he is successful. In the third state, Congress is in a disarray.
I would not write off any political party which has got 35 to 40% vote like the Congress completely. The Congress has a well-entrenched vote in Gujarat. Can AAP completely take that vote over in one election? We don't know. They did it in Delhi. But as I said, Delhi is not India.
Is it so hot and humid in your city that you're finding it difficult to fall asleep? Well, you are not alone. Hundreds and lakhs of people in India are facing this problem, and now it has been documented. It's now clear that heat waves are messing up our sleep patterns. This has to do largely with your body temperature in the night. Our bodies are tuned in to dropping body heat in the night to help us sleep. The hormone melatonin serves essentially as a natural alarm clock. When it's nighttime, it widens the blood vessels in our hands and feet to get rid of heat from our bodies. So what really happens when the air around us is too hot? When temperature goes up, deep sleep gets affected. Deep sleep for at least a few hours is the bare minimum we all need to ensure our body truly gets the rest it requires.
Sleep deprivation can lead to various mental health disorders. The most commonly seen are depression and anxiety. Chronic insomnia, that is chronic sleep disturbances, can lead to something called as early onset dementia, which is again a memory disorder. So it is important in order to maintain our mental health as well as physical health that we give ourselves adequate sleep.
Now, there is not just the problem of rising temperatures, there is also the problem of the pandemic. COVID-19 has interfered with our sleep patterns, and this too has now been documented. The pandemic ruined sleep cycles. The stress and anxiety of COVID added to the work from home patterns completely hit our lifestyle choices. A recent survey by a social media platform found that 54% Indians surveyed confirmed that their sleep patterns have changed post the pandemic. Many of these Indians speak about the fact that they're suffering from sleep apnea, finding it difficult to go off to sleep or sleep properly at a stretch altogether. This has now even got a term called coronasomnia, caused by personal stress, by grief of losing a loved one, and even anxiety over any COVID-related news.
All right, now the Waqf land scam in Karnataka has exploded. Former Uttar Pradesh to Karnataka Waqf properties increasingly coming under scanner. The Karnataka and Bombay government have now demanded the abolition of the Waqf board while upping the ante for a CBI probe into the alleged 2.3 crore scandal. The Yogi government had earlier cracked a whip on many of these Waqf properties, asking for a survey to be carried out. As per Anwar Manipadi, a report has been accessed by India Today. Over 29,000 acres of land worth a stunning 2 lakh crore rupees has been encroached and misused by the Waqf board. In fact, prominent Congress leaders as well have been named in this case, in this report. And the report says that there's been a huge scam. These leaders have been named extensively, many of them belonging to the Congress. And the scam says, that's been tabled in the Karnataka Assembly, also says that there are thousands of crores of land that's been encroached by many of the Congress netas in the state. In fact, some of the names there allegedly include Mallikarjun Kharge, Roshan Beg, N.A. Harris, JDS State President C.M. Ibrahim. The Mumbai-led Karnataka government has demanded the Waqf board be abolished while training guns at the Congress for its silence on the Waqf report, calling it one of the biggest corruption scandals in the state.
ಇದನ್ನು ಮಂಡಿಸಾಗಿದೆ. ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಸದನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ತಮ್ಮ ಪೀಠದ ಒಂದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥ ವಿಚಾರ. ಒಟ್ಟು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಬಳಿಸಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅದನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸೋ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ತಂದೆ ಆದಂಥ ಕಾನೂನಿದೆ ವಾಫಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಉಲ್ಲಂಘನೆ ಆಯಿತು, ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದರು, ಈ ತಪ್ಪಿಸ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾರು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಜನತೆಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಎಂಡೋಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಚಾರಿಟಬಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಬೈಫರ್ಕೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ವಕ್ಫ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರೇ. ವಕ್ಫ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟು ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಯೂಟರಿ ಪವರ್ಸನ್ನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸು ವಕ್ಫ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಎಂಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಿರಾಳವಾಗಿದ್ದರು. ವಕ್ಫ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ವಾಸ್ ದಿ ಕಸ್ಟೋಡಿಯನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಹೋಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ವಿಚ್ ವಾಸ್ ट्रांसफर्ड ऑन दैट डे.
हम पहले ही बोले सीबीआई इंक्वायरी दे दो ना, मान्य पार्टी का जो है सीबीआई इंक्वायरी को दो. किसने मना किया है? आई विल वेलकम इट. सीबीआई के सीबीआई से अच्छा जुडिशियल इंक्वायरी कराओ. जज मैजिस्ट्रेट को कहा.
My report consists of 7,000 pages of 2.3 lakh crores scam involving 29,000 of acres of land. It has won in the High Court twice, that's the regular case, as well as contempt of court. Later on at the Supreme Court. Anything for that matter of fact has to be returned as it is, where it is, back to the fold of Waqf board.
I am of the opinion that the so-called order, this order of the UP government stating that they will do a survey of Waqf properties is wrong, illegal. And because why it is illegal is because you already have a Sunni Waqf board and the Shia Waqf board, which is an autonomous statutory body. The order has not come from the Shia or the Sunni Waqf board. The reason the UP government intends to do this survey is that if you read that order, point number 4 and 5, they are calling a particular land Bitta, all these unused land.
All right, India Today continues to track those developments coming in from Karnataka. But for now, a short break. On the other side, Gauri Khan finally opens up with Coffee with Karan. And on that show, she speaks about her son, Arvind Khan, about Shah Rukh Khan and what they went through when Arvind was arrested in a drug case. Stay with us.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
Now, the makers of Coffee with Karan have dropped this latest episode featuring fabulous wives Gauri Khan, Mahib Kapoor and Bhavna Pandey. And while those ladies made it quite an interesting watch, it was Gauri Khan who stole the show indeed, with her revelations there on Shah Rukh Khan and their love story, their dating life and advice for daughter Suhana. And most importantly, she finally opened up on Aryan Khan's arrest in this drug cruise bust case. Let's take a quick look at this special report.
Please welcome Gauri Khan, Mahib Kapoor and Bhavna Pandey.
Fabulous wives Gauri Khan, Mahib Kapoor and Bhavna Pandey are in the coffee house. Yes, the latest episode of Coffee with Karan is out.
Call a celebrity who has to say, hey Karan, it's me.
Shah Rukh there?
If Shah Rukh Khan picks up 6 points.
Hi Karan. The three ladies left no chance to spill some coffee beans and express their heart out.
If you were offered a film, which actor would you like to team up with?
I think I look great with Hrithik Roshan.
Really?
Yes.
How guts you have to say that.
From fun-filled chats to some revelations and gossip, this episode from the season 7 of Karan's chat show is nothing short of a ride.
A celebrity you think you should get a free pass?
With many, because I've not had any.
What was the biggest treat for fans, you ask? Gauri Khan sharing fun details about her husband and superstar Shah Rukh Khan. Gauri on the couch admitted that her love story with SRK was a pretty turbulent one and resembled with that of Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge.
If your love story with Shah Rukh Khan had to be given a film title, what would it be?
I think Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. I love that film.
And yours was quite a turbulent love story.
It was.
She also revealed what she likes the most about SRK and called him a very easy man to be around, and that his stature at home is similar to any normal father or a husband.
Has it been difficult being Mrs. Shah Rukh Khan?
I have to admit that he's the easiest person I've ever met. You give him anything to eat.
Yeah.
Even if it has no salt or it has salt, everything is good.
He'll eat everything, yeah.
Anything you put in front of him, he's just very easy.
The interior